Okay, can you hear me? Okay, so let me just speed run our previous problem statement quickly. So problem is on-chain trust doesn't exist. So far solution doesn't have this skin in the game model, and our solution does. It's a skin in the game model inspired from a futarchy model. You put some money in a jar, and the other person or your partner has the ability to remove from that jar. So let me now show you our alpha. So before doing that, I would also like it if you guys try it out with me as I'm demoing. So you can scan this to join our Telegram group to get the faucets for the testnet because you might not be comfortable testing on the base mainnet. So just scan this and you should see a faucets topic and you can ask for faucets. And the alpha or the website for the alpha is here. So, okay. Once that is done, let me demo it. Okay. So alpha.trustprotocol.net, just in case. So right now I'm new to the protocol. It will ask me whether I want to create a bond instantly or I want to skip this part. But let me try creating a bond if I should have. Let me put in. So this is on testnet. Oh wow, MetaMask works. Okay, I think I spoke too soon. But anyway, as this is confirming, let me show you an already created dashboard. So as you can see here, I'm a very untrustworthy person. And so if I want to now put in my second address, I can simply put this. This is my friend's Rohan's address. I vouch for him. And by vouching, I mean I'm creating this bond with him. Okay. So I just approved my transaction and now I want to create the bond. Yep, updated live. And as you can see, it's already started staking. We're using Aave for yield. You can confirm it here. And finally, so yeah, now I can either increment our trust. We could cooperate together, increase our trust score. I could withdraw, or Rohan could be malicious about it and break it. So let me try to also withdraw. Okay, now, yes, finally. So as you can see, I've created this bond. I can also withdraw from here if I want. So withdrawing means we are mutually deciding not to trust each other anymore. And yes. So um, okay, let me try the withdrawal here. Yes. So I also, when I withdraw, I also get my yield that I accrued over the time. So as you can see, a bit of a yield. So finally, more on the update side, we have a killer website, hopefully. So You can also check out our soon to be completed white paper, join our Telegram and our GitHub also. And updates on the white paper is that, so we had really good insights from John and William on how best to approach it. So we decided to explore that, and we got some interesting conclusions so far. So which is that the model which we had in plan works best for small worlds, which is small world networks, which is like a really good description of real world networks, whereby not everyone is a neighbor, but I can reach any node using any point. So I could have 2-degree, 3-degree bonds with people there. Scale free, it doesn't work well with scale free networks, whereby it is not very, it's not mimicking real world. It's more of one node has bonds with every other nodes, and random, it's breaking in random. So apart from that, we had the idea of, okay, we are talking about organic trust, humans trusting each other. Let's also extend it into AI agents trusting each other. So this could be like a digital trust native for AI agents. When they're autonomous, they're out in the internet, on what basis do they form trust with other AI agents? This could be one of the metrics. So we identified some strength, weakness, and improvements. Strength is that dynamic trust, empirical validation, which we needed, is there. So we do have a proper empirical data to test and improve the model on. Right now, our rationality or perfect, we have assumptions that are not really mimicking real world, but yeah, these things could be improved. So yeah, that was our presentation, and I hope you guys are in the Telegram group to test it out, give us some feedback, because there will be airdrops. So yeah, thank you.
Any questions for Trust Protocol?
So immediate use case is that if we could, get started with the Lemonade integration, so that it will be really easy for the Zugrama people to start building or vouching for each other on trust basis. So right now, that's one of the immediate use case in Zugrama, integration with Lemonade. Yeah. Towards, okay, after Zugrama, who can I, use their vouching or trust for? Some other places, because apart from Zugram, there's right now Zoo Africa and other pop-up cities, which could have immediate, I want to sign up there. So on what basis I could use this as leverage to sign up?
If there are other questions, I can take this in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it still seems very cheatable.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just, like, if I want to get more trust, I can be friends with someone and be like, hey, buddy, I'm going to give you points. You give me points.
Yep.
We'll just, like, cheat the system and go about making trust with other people and cheat them, make our money, and get out. Because we don't care about the system. It's quite plausible.
Yes. So.
Because there is no repetition, because your identity is not necessarily disclosed.
Yeah. No. Well, it really depends. So if you are doing it on Lemonade, you will be pseudonymous with your Lemonade username.
But I can go on another platform.
Yeah, you can go on another platform.
And I can continue cheating.
Yeah, so that would now really depend what we're using as Sybil resistance. So if we're using not only Lemonade as Sybil resistance, not only ENS, we're using something like World ID or something like Anon Aadhaar, then you're...
Yeah, so you would have to, like, do that integration in contrast to just leaving it open.
Yeah.
And because without that, what you're basically saying that we get a standardized metric of saying what social cred score I can measure somebody with. And if it's not standardized and if it's not held accountable to something which is embedded in everyday reality, you are not truly threatened.
So that's why our reputation score, we didn't work on it much, because it needs to be Sybil resistance. That's like first key barrier there. We have like a flexible identity right now, whereby Lemonade, Gitcoin, or any identity provider could verify or attest an address. So yeah, so it is in our roadmap.
The one place where I do see it work really well is closed groups.
Mm-hmm.
So in a university, say for example, it's a closed system. And I would like, if it's a confined system, this would work extremely well. About, hey, is this person's trustable? This person's done this. So you stake on other people in that closed ecosystem.
Yeah.
I don't think Zoo Villages is a good example. It's not a closed, it's not an adiabatic system. It's open, so yeah. But thank you.
Any other feedback? Feedback on how maybe the presentation could be better? Constructive criticism, points of improvement?
Creating the bridge or the connection. So basically, how does it actually happen? Like, for example, when you are creating a connection with him, he has to give his ID
Yeah.
or his
Wallet address.
wallet address. So okay, so this mandates that any connections that are already there, that has already been developed using this system, right? So essentially, it is personalized sort of. So is there any other way where you can create the connections without this kind of a personalized approach where somebody has to send the address?
So
And you also mentioned the second degree connections.
yeah.
So what are you thinking about that?
So so the reason why there's this wallet address thing there is because we do need some sort of like identity. Your wallet address is some sort of your identities or pseudo identity on blockchains. The way to simplify that better is to use ENS. So I might not know, your wallet address can change any other time, right? But your ENS would be fairly stable. So I just know your ENS. I can search up your ENS and I can use that to create a bond with you. So I don't really need to know your wallet address because there's this UX issue there. And as for the second one, so second degree bonds in the sense, let's say I'm hosting an event and I have limited spots. So I could be like, I will invite only those people who have second or third degree bonds, meaning I have a bond with you, but you have a bond with maybe Casey or some other co-organizers. So I have a second degree connection, like LinkedIn, second degree connection with the co-organizers. Then I could get access to some events or some sort. So I could traverse that graph using the ENS or wallet address.
Okay.
Cool. Anyone else? All right. So one feedback that I could give for the presentation is this question of how does this work and how do you make it trustworthy has come up a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
When you're pitching, you should think of what potential questions could be asked, and there should be a slide for answering that question. It doesn't need to be in your main pitch. It can be in the appendix. But at any point someone asks a question, you should be able to jump to a slide and visually kind of explain it. Also, I think like in terms of what are the plans for the future, it should be a lot more robust than just Lemonade, where all it can be used. And also maybe just to answer Alisha's question, so you can go around creating bonds with everybody, but you have to still have some degree of trust because they can break the bond and steal your money. So let's say like 6 people here you can collude with. You can create those bonds, but you're also risking that those 6 people at any point can break the bond and take the money that you have. So there has to be some degree of trust for you to even collude in this kind of a format where your money is at risk.
Well, if you look at our slide on what we were going to use to measure the trust score, one of the things was number of bonds we have. So, sure, if you're thinking that they could collude in the number of like the money they're putting in, that would be less of a metric than the number of people. So, if someone is putting you 1 million, while 1 million people are putting $1, that 1 million people putting $1 would boost your credit or your reputation score more than the money associated with it. So it's still a game of numbers or number of people that can trust you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I trust college students a lot less than I would trust Zugrama residents. College students are scammers. Right, any more questions, constructive feedback for Dipanshu? This is the last time we're doing this demo day. It really helps.
Yep. Yes, you can program that, because at the end it's just smart contracts. So you can even assign it to an AI agent to do that for you, to keep track of what's happening on chain. According to that, react to my trust bonds. Yeah, so it's definitely, you can do that. Yeah.
I think quadratic trust and transitive trust are really powerful concepts that come out of this. So I think they need a little more time in your presentation and the demo of the product. Cool. Last thoughts? Going once? Going twice? All right. Thank you, Dipanshu.
Thank you.